Listen, I'm not going to tell you how you should be doing your rest days. What I will say is that how you go about your rest days is as important as your diet and what you're doing in the gym. So today, we're going to go over how my normal rest day goes and why you should kind of view them as recovery days instead of rest days. Let's get into it.
Morning comes too early, hands already warm. Working for a better day, trying to keep me warm. Boss man count his tally.
Okay, so first let me just say that yes, I still believe in... This is unbelievable. Look at these dudes. I still believe in resting on rest day. I think that's the whole point, is rest and recovery. That being said, get out of my way. That does not mean that you just spend the whole day rotting in bed. Now, I think I would be a little bit of a lunatic if I said you need to plan everything out. You know, a lot of times I don't have any specific thing in mind except for like maybe I need to meal prep today. But this is usually the day where I let my body rest and I kind of recuperate from the week. This allows me to get back into the swing full force. And I'm a huge fan of the idea of getting a little extra sleep on rest day, but don't lay in bed. Once you get up, it's time to start the day because believe it or not, bad habits form from bad rest days. So take your time. Enjoy the slow morning, enjoy some coffee, but then get some stuff done. Take advantage of your rest day.
Well, I saddled up my shoes, headed out at dawn. I saddled up my shoes, headed out at dawn. Ain't no place gonna hold me.
Although it gets overlooked a lot of times, I think the way that you go about your days off is really what's going to make or break your results in the gym, your advances in your life, and anything else you got going on. Because the most underrated thing is being able to utilize your rest days to not only recover, but to revitalize your life and to also re-energize yourself. If you sit around on TikTok all day in your bed, you're not going to be re-energized the next day. It is going to be so much harder to get yourself out of bed tomorrow. But if you take a slow morning, enjoy a little rest, get up and about, maybe get some chores done around the house, all of a sudden you start feeling like, wow. Because usually what happens is, you're going through your normal schedule. You've got so many things that you've got lined up, boom, 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 you're hitting it all. And it kind of leaves other things lacking. Maybe like the dishes are piling up in the sink, or there's chores around the house that need to be done. And on your rest day, if you're able to kind of clear this clutter, it's just that much easier. It's kind of like a breath of fresh air, So when you wake up tomorrow to a clean house and everything done, you're ready to roll. You're ready to get back in the gym. And not only that, when you start to do things that are beneficial for your well-being, it kind of gets you amped, That's why a lot of times people are like, it's supposed to be rest day, but they've just got a groove going and they can't help themselves. They want to go to the gym. So it might seem like it's not a big deal, but your routines will either strengthen or fall apart during rest days. And in the end, you are your routines and your habits and your systems that you set up. So take your rest days lightly, but don't take them lightly, if you know what I'm saying. Look at these motherfuckers. We got a bird feeder out here and these squirrels just fuck it up. Okay, anyways, let me get to it.
Well, I saddled up my shoes.